Welcome inside Studio W here in Bristol, Connecticut with Jalen Rose and Coach David Fizdale. I'm Michelle Beadle. All-Stars, a whole bunch of them will be on display tonight for all of us. But first, the latest on an All-Star that went down last night. The Timberwolves suffered a major blow. Jimmy Butler injured his knee in the third quarter of Friday's loss. His MRI today revealed a right meniscal injury, but no other prognosis or timetable has yet been given. Other than the obvious answer, Jalen, that this is very bad, how else does this affect this young Wolves team?
The difference between a team having the potential, as my esteemed colleague said yesterday, to possibly make it to the Western Conference Finals, to a team that might not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Teams 3 through 9 are only separated by 2 losses. Jimmy Butler is that important to this basketball team. They drafted Towns, they acquired Wiggins, 2 terrific young talents. One was an All-Star this year, but they didn't make the playoffs with those 2 guys. Yeah. You add Jimmy Butler, they're 4th seed currently in the Western Conference.
Yes, they are. Leadership, that's going to be the big one. Keeping everybody calm when it's going to be tough down this stretch right here. What is it, 2 games separate 3 through 9?
Yes.
This is going to be some battles.
Yes.
These are going to be wars going down the stretch, and he's the guy that wins those close games for them, those clutch baskets that they need. He's the one that always keeps the locker room under control. He leads them in minutes. This is going to be a test to them right now, and Tibbs hangs his hat on defense. That's what they're going to have to start doing
their
more than ever.
Their best defender and their best player. Any team takes a step back when you lose that caliber of guy.
They obviously have some big names on that roster, big young names. So who do you expect or who do you need to step up the most?
I'm going with Wiggins because here's a guy that's been a #1 overall pick. He got a maximum contract this offseason. He averaged 17 points this year, but without Jimmy Butler, he was averaging 22. This guy can score in this league from all phases, especially when he's aggressive. He has to continue to attack, slash to the basket, get to the free throw line, and be a go-to caliber player on the perimeter.
Former All-Star Teague, he's got to step up right now. He's got the capability to be explosive. He can eat up a lot of those touches, those points. He can put pressure on defenses in transition. I think he's the guy that's also got to make his mark on this team.
Absolutely. And don't underestimate grizzled vets. Jamal Crawford, who can make plays off the dribble and make big shots. And Taj Gibson also is going to give him toughness down low.
So it's a bummer because it was just, 24 hours ago we were talking about the ceiling. Fizz went as far as to say, Western Conference Finals at some point. So I'm just going to put you on the spot, try to tell the future here.
The roof is the ceiling.
The roof is the ceiling every time. Do they make the playoffs?
I say yes. I say they still get in. I think this is going to test their young guys. I want to see their young guys mature and be able to take this load on and get them into the playoffs.
I think they get in as well. I think the team that probably is on the outside looking in is probably the Pelicans and the Utah Jazz out of that group. But I think they've built enough equity that they'll find a way to get into the playoffs at this point in the season.
Selfishly, as a fan, the way that's setting up for the end of the season.
Don't say it.
It's going to be fun.
Oh.
No, that's what you're just going to say.
So we don't need a tournament for 7 through 11.
Not
right?
this time.
No.
That is going to be a tournament as we get towards the end now.